I am in a season where I believe it's very like transitionary, a lot of processing going on. Some of us are wise, every other person overwise. Don't be overwise, oh. Ori bibe, kologun, ori fifo. Hello gorgeous people, welcome back to my channel once again, and welcome to another installment of Chit Chat with Mo, where I get honest about life experiences, give you some advice and put my own spin on it. Okay? So guys, this video is a 5-in-1. I really want to talk to you guys about some of the life gems that have just been dropping into my heart, into my spirit recently. You know, as I am in a season where I believe it's very like transitionary. There's a lot of processing going on. There's a lot of patience being worked on in me, and God is just taking me through some really special moments, and I've been getting some gems as life has gone along. What do I even call this? Just some gems that you can apply to your, for me right now it's my creative journey, or for you it could be anything that you're going through. It could be your business, entrepreneur journey, it could be your creative journey, it could be your career, your life path, it could be your relationships, your friendships, just whatever you're going through requires process. Hopefully you can grab some gems from this video. Okay, and the first one, the biggest one that's been ringing in my head lately, and it's don't skip steps. Don't skip steps. It's tempting, I know. Sometimes it's easier to cut corners and try to speed past some lessons and speed past some seasons in your life. Something I've realized about my journey, every step that I tried to skip, knowingly or unknowingly, I can go far. But I found that if that step I skipped was necessary for my journey, or for where I'm going, or for the new level that I'm trying to reach, I always find that God is like, Alele, start going back. I find myself right back at that place, right back at that step that I tried to skip. And it's like, you're going to learn the lesson. You're going to be processed. Don't try to be over wise. Like Ashake will say, some of us are wise, every other person overwise. Don't be overwise, oh. Don't skip steps. Learn the lessons. Farabruku bale. Baby, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Farabale. Learn the lessons. Be patient. I know we live in a very microwave generation. Things are going fast for Lagbajao comparison as well. This one came on the scene and is blowing up. You don't know what lessons they've learned in the back. You were not there. Nobody is ever there when someone is being processed. It's only what's out in the open, the final finished product that we see, and we begin to envy other people without knowing their process. And you too, you now want to speed past your own. And sometimes what happens is, when you're not processed well enough, when you get to that place that you're meant to be, sometimes you make a complete mess of it. If you want to force yourself, you want to force it to get to the place that you're meant to get to, but before the time and before the processing, you find that you make a mess. And sometimes the only thing that can solve it is to go back. Start going back. Go back and learn what you were meant to learn before. Don't skip steps. Processing is necessary for your journey. Take your time and learn the lessons. Okay? Number 2 gem or lesson that I've been learning in this season is learn to be an advocate for yourself. This is something that I've personally struggled with. You know, I grew up, eldest daughter, was brought up to be a good girl. Okay? Good girl gone bad. I don't know why that came to my head. I'm so silly sometimes. I was brought up to be a yes girl, to be not disruptive, go along with everything, make sure everyone is okay, even at the detriment of myself. And one major thing that's been helping me recently is speaking up and advocating for myself, saying what I want, saying what I don't want, saying my preference. And it's been helping me, like, you know, when you are, like, for example, a content creator like myself, there's the fun parts where you are the talent and you do all the in front of the camera stuff, but there's also the business side of things. And if you're someone that you begin to shake when negotiations start to happen and you're not even able to say your rates, you're not able to say, okay, you've been through the contract, you don't like this, you don't like this, you don't like that, people are going to walk all over you. Trust me, people in this world, they love the cheaper, faster, easier route. And if you give them that, because you're not able to advocate for yourself and say what you want and what you don't want, they will take an inch as well as a mile. So you need to learn to speak up and advocate for yourself. And it even matters even in prayer, guys. I'm not saying go to God and start goma. No, I'm saying even in your prayer time, you need to be specific and you need to be able to say what you want. There's this quote about people who don't ask for anything deserve the world. You can be deserving it, but this is going to give it to you if you don't say it. If you don't say it, closed mouths don't get fed. Learn to advocate for yourself. And I know it's tough, like I said. I used to say recovering people pleaser, but now I believe I'm a recovered people pleaser. That doesn't mean it doesn't come to bite me in the neck sometimes, you know, and I have to practice the things I've learned over the years. As a recovered people pleaser, I understand it is tough, but you need to try. Start with your voice shaking and quivering. Start with your nerves up here, like the ground wants to swallow you up as you're speaking what you want. Start like that. Let your voice shake. But as time goes along, you begin to gain a confidence, and practice makes perfect, right? You begin to gain a confidence in advocating for yourself. So just start with your voice quivering, with your nerves high, with your anxiety surrounding you, feeling like it's about to swallow you. Start there, and over time, your voice will not shake anymore. You'll stand firm and you'll be confident that you can deal with whatever consequences come with it. Because I think that's what happens sometimes. We don't want to advocate for ourselves because, oh, what if I lose the deal? What if this person doesn't want to be my friend anymore? What if I lose the job? That's some of the fears that come with it, but you need to be certain. And also that comes with having an abundance mindset, so that if this one doesn't work out, that means it's not my tribe, it wasn't my opportunity, it wasn't and I'll find something that aligns eventually. Okay, the third one, this one comes with a bit of a story time, and it will make sense, it will make better sense as I give more context. But the third one is deal with the symptoms. So recently I felt ill, like 2 weeks ago, just after my birthday actually. I felt ill and I wasn't able to do much. I had this nasty blocked nose. Oh my gosh, it was so painful and so uncomfortable that I couldn't sleep. And I remember there were times when I'd have to sleep like this, so that my nose doesn't block. But of course it's uncomfortable when you want to lie down. I lie down this way, this one will block. I lie down this way, this one will block. I lie down back, both to block. Everything was just block. No nose above blocking. It was really tough. And there was one time in the night I woke up, I was like, yeah! I wanted to tear my nose off. I was like, that's the only thing that can give me relief right now. I told myself that. I said, I want to just tear. You know when illness makes your mind, it starts to go to different places. And someone might say it's not that deep, a blocked nose, but trust me, when you're uncomfortable, when you're used to just sleeping calmly, it's not to be disturbing your sleep. I wanted to tear my nose off. And I say that because that's how dramatic I felt. And in that moment, it's almost like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me. And I just heard this old Yoruba adage that I always hear in movies. They always say, the Yoruba say, Ori bibe, kologun, ori fifo. So Mo, to tear your nose off, relax. It's like the Holy Spirit telling me relax. To tear your nose off is not, yes, your nose will not hurt anymore, but your nose will also not be there if you just, not that I was going to do it, but you get what I'm trying to say. That adage literally means in English, cutting off your head is not the solution to a headache. How often in life are we that dramatic? I'm just gonna quit. I'm not doing this anymore. It's not working out. That's how we are sometimes. In one of my other videos, I talked about going through frustrating seasons and, gratitude in frustrating seasons. And sometimes when you are frustrated, you want to quit. You want to give up. But something in that moment, I was like, wow, I can really apply this to some of the frustrations I'm feeling right now in my journey. Oh, sorry, I skipped a bit. Okay, let me go back. Start going back. Don't skip steps. So the next day, I asked my husband to go to the shop to get me Vicks. Is it Vicks? The spicy thing that you can put in your nose, like rub. Put in your nose and put on your chest, all over the aches, and hopefully your airways clear up. And he came back with this nasal spray that opens up your airways, as well as the Vicks. So I used it. I was like, oh, what's this? I used it. It's meant to give you like instant relief. And lo and behold, like I could breathe again. And I was like, wow. And I remember turning to my husband yesterday, and I didn't even tell him about the experience before. I was like, did you know last night I wanted to tear my nose off because of this thing? And this small thing in a bottle has cleared up my airways so quickly that now my cold wasn't gone, but it became bearable. The discomfort became bearable. And it was like, message, it's a Mo Life gem. Mo, deal with the symptoms. You don't need to pack it in and quit. And now we go back to application to where I am in my journey. You don't need to quit and give up just because certain things are not working out right now. Just because the whole vision isn't working out right now. If you look deeply enough and you're introspective enough, you can analyze and pick out, okay, what are the symptoms? What are the things that are not working right now that is affecting the whole vision? You don't throw away the whole vision, you deal with the symptoms. If it's admin you need help with, hire someone that can help you out with admin. If it's that your video qualities are not good, get better equipment. If it's that you don't have the time to edit, try and see where are the time that I'm wasting time on things like TikTok, and if you have the funds for it, hire someone to edit. So in that moment, I was like, Mo, don't give up. Deal with the symptoms. If you're not posting consistently, start posting consistently. Those are the symptoms. You deal with them. You deal with them. Process first and then outcome. Okay? I hope you guys caught that one. 4. This one is another adage as well. Recently, I had the talk with my husband and we were talking about, my creative journey and stuff. And one of the things that we both highlighted that I don't do enough of is networking. So this is number 4. Be sure to network. And again, this was inspired by an adage. That one dropped in my spirit recently. I was like, wow, the Yoruba is really Yoruba recently. And it basically says, there's an adage, let me say properly. The Yorubas like to say, ẹni tí ò bá mọ ibi tí Let's start again. It did not flow in my tongue. Okay, right. Ẹni tí ò bá mọ ibi tí ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ ti là, á sáré kú. And Yoruba is so dramatic, but when you get it, you get it. That basically means, when you translate it in literal English, those that don't know where their mates or their age mates or, colleagues, that's the English. Those that don't know where their colleagues found success or what they did to get there, they will run and run and run and run. When they say one sorry cool, it don't really literally mean that you will die. It's like you will be sweating, and nothing will show for it because you are missing the strategy that your peers are using to get to their success. And when I used to hear that adage, I used to hear in Yoruba movies when they want to say, oh, go and do go and do money rituals, those kind of things. So I kind of wasn't really into that adage for a long time. But when God really dropped it in my spirit recently, in a sense of networking, to really find out what's going down in the industry, I was like, wow, I finally get it. In terms of I finally get that adage and now it can be applied to my life. You need to talk to your peers, talk to your colleagues, people that are in the industry that you're in. For me, it's the creative industry, media. I love content creation, I love presenting, I love production. Find out who are the big boys. You want a bamba? Hey, you want to G with the big boys. Find out who are the guys at the top, the big boys in your industry. Network. Find out, who are those? Who are the gatekeepers? Become their friends. Come on. Strategy. Become their friends. Network with them. Find out the secrets of your industry. What are the things you're missing? How are they getting their success? What are the things they're doing? Begin to implement it in your own and you begin to see movement. And when it comes to networking, guys, a lot of people go into networking with the mindset of what can I get from this person? And no, that's not good enough. Learn to add value. Things in life, it's rarely ever that it's not an exchange. So always have that at the back of your mind that if the big boys are going to give you their time, you need to give them something in return. So when you're approaching people, I'd love to connect with you. Also think about what you can do to help them. I have loads of skills, loads of media skills that I've began offering so that I can connect with people in my industry. And, it reminds me of number 5. Or links well to number 5, and in serving others you begin to learn from them and see what's working for them and how they're doing it and where next to go. So when you see people doing better than you, it's not that you start don't start being jealous. Learn from them, see what they're doing, and hopefully apply it to your journey as well. Offer value as you network and all that great stuff, and hopefully it helps you in your journey as well. It's certainly helping me right now. Like, knowledge is really key. I keep telling people it's not about talent. It's not about talent. Talent is good. Talent is a good foundation. Strategy, Matilo, you go to the top. And I saw this image the other day. I can't remember what it was. It was like goal plus systems. Goal, system. If you're trying to do either, will it work? Goal and system. Understanding the systems in your industry, we're getting somewhere. Okay, and the last one, find where you can serve. And I guess that also links in with don't skip steps as well, because sometimes we want to be the boss without being an employee or someone that is helping somebody else build their dream. We want to go straight to being CEO. We don't want to be the cleaner. We don't want to be the server. We don't want to be the runner, for example, in media. So find areas where you can serve, and sometimes that actually brings you closer to your goal or takes you higher up in levels. What's the last one that I had in my mind? Become a student of your industry. That's another really key one. I found that sometimes we want to put out things without actually studying the landscape and studying what works. Again, similar to so study your industry as well. That's just a bonus one. Study your industry, see what's going on. Keep your ears to the ground. Farabale, learn before you become a master. I really said 5, but another one, work with God. Partner with God. Me and God, we're best friends. We're best friends. Listen to the Holy Spirit, that still small voice that is guiding you as you journey in the thing He's called you to. Okay, that's all I really have for you guys in today's chit chat with Mo. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Do make sure you liked this video if you liked it. Share it with your friends. Comment below on the things I spoke about and subscribe to this channel for more. Until next time, guys, peace and love. Peace and chunks.